At 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. Our top story spans the globe from the Middle East to central Connecticut. The war in Israel is in its second day. It's 10 a.m. there and the fighting has not let up. And we want to warn you that while we've avoided showing you the most horrific images, some of the video from the raging battle is still disturbing. The Associated Press estimates the death toll on both sides is over 1,100 dead, thousands wounded, and the National Security Council confirms several of those killed are Americans. What we don't know is if any Americans are among the civilians taken hostage by Hamas terrorists. An airstrike by the Israeli military has knocked down a high-rise residential building in central Gaza City. In the meantime, the U.S. Secretary of Defense announced he's ordered American military ships, including an aircraft carrier and its jet fighters, to move closer to Israel in the Mediterranean Sea. And not only are airlines canceling flights to Israel, one United plane on a 7,000-mile flight to Tel Aviv turned around upon learning of the war and returned back to the San Francisco. Connecticut State Police tell Fox 61 tonight the hate crime unit is monitoring for the potential of violence directed at synagogues and all houses of worship. And police from New York City to upstate are also on alert. New York's governor visited a temple in Albany last night to join those mourning the dead and praying for those in harm's way.
He was the governor of the largest Jewish population outside of Israel, something I'm enormously proud of. New York feels uniquely impacted. I spent the day on making phone calls to check in on people, figuring they were in New York. I can't tell you how many answered and said, "No, I'm in a shelter in Jerusalem."
Today in New York City, hundreds of people marched in solidarity for Israel. Some people in the crowd held photos of those captured by the militant group. New York is the city with the biggest Jewish population in the world outside Israel. And there was also a rally in support of Palestinians. This was in Times Square, where hundreds took to the streets. Several pro-Israel groups demonstrated in protest of that gathering. New York's mayor defended the group's right to hold their rally in spite of his opposition to their message. And here in Connecticut, Jews gathered tonight in Southbury to show their support for Israel and to pray for those who find themselves in the middle of a war right now. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner is live outside of that gathering in Southbury with the story. DeAndrea.
Hi, Carmen. Well, this was an interfaith gathering here in Southbury. Many people, including the town's mayor, was there today. And while people are sad, confused, frustrated, and hurt, many people have family members still in Israel. Tonight's message was solidarity and to pray for peace for Israel. Almost every seat inside of B'nai Israel of Southbury full of people standing in solidarity with those in Israel.
We felt that we should not wait at all and that we should come together and as a community process our feelings right now and share our presence one with the other.
In the last 24 hours, thousands have died, at least 3 of those being American, thousands injured, and hundreds being held hostage after Hamas, an Islamic militant group, launched a surprise assault on Gaza. As a result, Israel declaring war.
Some of us have family or friends in Israel. All of us are connected to Israel.
Like Jackie Shulfand, whose daughter lives in Israel. She was supposed to be at a music festival on Saturday.
The friend that she was supposed to drive down with, his car was caught in the crossfire and it was all shot up. They would have been in that car. He was pulled out to safety.
While many people feel pain and disbelief of this attack and now war,
it's terrifying.
Others in the congregation are feeling grief.
There's somebody here tonight who just found out that a family member was killed.
All this while praying for peace for Israel and strength for its people.
We stand steadfastly with Israel, and we support them in any way we can.
And the rabbi also told me it only took a matter of hours to get this event together, as this war has only been going on for at least 24 hours. He says they are trying to do anything possible to show that they stand in solidarity with them. In Southbury, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
DeAndrea, thank you. A synagogue in West Hartford is inviting the entire community to a vigil tomorrow. It'll be held on the steps of West Hartford Town Hall. That's at 50 South Main Street, and it's set to start at 4 p.m. To stay on top of the news related to Israel and any breaking news, get the Fox 61 News app and check fox61.com for these stories and much more. Breaking news in Granby right now. Police have just notified Fox 61 they are looking for the people in a suspicious pickup truck who may pose a danger to neighborhood children. Police sent us this image of a gray Ford F-150 pickup truck that was snapped this afternoon at the Cumberland Farms gas station on Harford Road around 2:50 p.m. Police say the passenger told a group of kids to get inside their truck or they would poison them. Detailed information about that man and the truck is at fox61.com. Now to North Branford, where police hope you can help catch an armed burglar who's also a would-be carjacker. North Branford police aren't saying exactly where this happened in order to protect the victim's privacy. Now take a look at this image shared by detectives. It shows a black Dodge Charger. That's the getaway car used by this burglar, who police say was attempting to steal an Audi sedan. But then the homeowner interrupted him. That's when the burglar pulled a gun and started shooting. Fortunately, the homeowner wasn't hurt, and police asked that if you recognize that vehicle, to give them a call. To Harford now, where today was a day of celebration. The sounds of beating drums, crowds cheering, and music filled the streets as the Puerto Rican Day Parade kicked off this afternoon. Streets were shut down for several hours throughout the city to allow parade goers to safely enjoy the event. There was entertainment, delicious cuisine, and activities that showcase the traditions of Puerto Rico. To celebrate the start of the fall season, the town of East Hartford held its 30th annual Fall Festival event on the town green this morning. This is one of the town's largest events, averaging over 2,000 participants the past few years. It was a family-friendly event with games, attractions, pumpkin decorating, and a petting zoo, just to name a few. We spoke to a vendor who took it as an opportunity to showcase their hot product.
We have samples of all the variety of our hot sauce, all flavors from mild to sweet to heat. The community loves us. We do have it in a couple stores in East Hartford.
Aside from vendors, crafters and nonprofit organizations were also welcome to participate in today's event. And time now for the Weather Watch. Today is an example of real October weather where you might have needed a light jacket for these cooler temperatures. Let's check in with meteorologist Ryan Breton. Hey, Ryan.
Carmen, believe it or not, on the weather map tonight, not far from us, there is some snow in parts of Ontario and Quebec. We're not going to get any of that anywhere close to us, but it certainly goes to show how chilly the air mass is rotating in around this storm. For us tonight, we have a few clouds and actually a couple of rain showers just clipping the southeastern corner of the state. A few drops around Mystic, headed over toward Ledyard and into Griswold as well. Temperatures have dropped into the 40s in Waterbury and Torrington, 49 in Norwich, 51 in Hartford, but still 59 in New Haven. We'll have a clear to partly cloudy sky tonight. It will be a cool night with temperatures dropping into the 40s in most spots. And then for tomorrow, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Another day with a fall feel, a little brisk at times, with high temperatures only into the low 60s tomorrow afternoon. Mostly dry tomorrow with a chance for a sprinkle or two out there. But what about the rest of the work week? We'll talk much more about that coming up in just a few minutes.
Ryan, thank you. As you saw all morning on Fox 61, Route 2 in Colchester was closed for several hours after a serious crash. Take a look at just how serious. State police say the driver of this Chevy Tracker was headed westbound just before the on-ramp to exit 17 when he lost control, smashed into a concrete culvert, and rolled over several times. Both the driver and his passenger were ejected and suffered serious injuries. Lifestar transported both men to Harford Hospital. No word yet on their conditions. And east in a tragic crash to tell you about at a pond near Route 59 and Church Road. Police found 2 people dead inside a car that somehow wound up in that pond. That was around 6:40 this morning. Police are still investigating what caused the driver to go off the road. And you have seen them at every vigil in Harford. They are the Mothers United Against Violence. With the ongoing mission to promote anti-violence, their work continued in a different setting this morning. Members of the organization, along with Reverend Henry Brown, gathered for breakfast at the Harford Marriott. They discussed their personal losses and to support people who have lost a loved one from violence.
We are going to have some great speakers, folks that have been in the trenches, been on the front line. They've been doing a lot of the work. They know how important it is for us to do our part.
There has been a great need. We have not only mothers, but mostly mothers, who grieve, and sometimes they don't know how to grieve. So we want to help, let them know that we're here to help them.
More than 100 people attended this breakfast. If you are someone in need of support, the organization urges you to reach out to them at all hours of the day.